Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. President of the Atomic Energy Organization of Iran, AEOI, Muhammad Eslami has announced that Russia will construct 8 nuclear power plants in Iran under a previously signed contract between the two countries. Iranian atomic chief made this remark last week during a visit by members of the Iranian Parliament's National Security and Foreign Policy Committee to the AEOI headquarters in Tehran. Eslami stated that 4 of the 8 planned nuclear reactors would be constructed in the southern province of Bushehr. He also updated lawmakers on the ongoing construction of Units 2 and 3 at the existing Bushehr nuclear power plant, emphasizing that those units are being built by Iranian companies. Speaking to the reporters after the parliamentary delegation visit, Eslami added that AEOI has plans to triple Iran's nuclear power generation capacity as part of the country's broader energy development strategy. Completed by Russia in May 2011, the Bushehr plant, Iran's first and only operational nuclear power facility, has been central to the country's civilian nuclear energy program and long involved cooperation with Russia's state nuclear agency Rosatom. President Donald Trump has ordered the Department of Defense to deploy an additional 2,000 California National Guard troops to the Los Angeles area to support U.S. immigration and customs enforcement and to enable federal law enforcement officers to safely conduct their duties amid ongoing anti immigration enforcement protests in the city. Pentagon spokesperson Cian Parnell said this in an ex post last week. The same day, the state of California filed a lawsuit against Trump administration asking a judge to declare the deployments unconstitutional. California Governor Gavin Newsom announced that he is deploying more than 800 additional state and law enforcement officers to ensure the safety of LA communities. In its news release, the governor's office also urged protesters demonstrating against federal immigration enforcement to remain peaceful. Chief Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell said Newsom is allowing Los Angeles to burn and that the governor shares the same ideology as the Reuters. The Israeli military has announced that it has located and identified body of senior Hamas leader Muhammad Sinar in a tunnel beneath the European hospital in Khan Yunis, southern Gaza. According to the IDF, Sinwar was killed in an airstrike on 13th of last month, which the Hamas run civil defense agency said killed 28 people and injured dozens. Mohammed Sinwar was the younger brother of a former Hamas leader, Yahya Sinwar, who was also killed by the Israeli military in southern Gaza in October. IDF claimed that DNA testing was used to confirm his identity. Though Hamas has not publicly acknowledged his death, the IDF also reported that the body of Muhammad Shabihin, commander of Hamas Rafah brigade, was also found alongside Sinwar in the same tunnel complex. United States President Donald Trump's order banning citizens of 12 countries came into force from last week. The countries affected by the latest travel ban are Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, the Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. The entry of people from 7 other countries, including Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, Venezuela, will be partially restricted. The Cuba administration cited concerns over terrorism, poor identity verification, visa overstays, and inadequate criminal record keeping as reasons for the ban. The order was issued through a presidential proclamation similar to an executive order. Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman chaired the sixth meeting of the Governing Council of the National Investment and Infrastructure Fund Limited (NIIF) in New Delhi last week. In the meeting, the finance minister and other members discussed performance and the existing fund of NIIF and key guidance. They also discussed the existing strategy and future vision of NIIF as an institution going forward, including the nature and size of next generation of funds to be raised by NIIF and the new avenues for capital raising to be explored. The governing council appreciated NIIF's evolution as a sovereign linked asset manager and acknowledged the efforts made over the years to build strong partnership with marine investors, including prominent sovereign wealth funds. Recognizing NIIF's growing role in mobilizing capital into infrastructure and other key sectors in Indian economy in line with the national priorities, the Governing Council appreciated NIIF's performance and took note of the expansion of its assets under management, which has increased to more than 30,000 while catalyzing capital of 11,700 crores. Digital India Bhashini Division (DIBD) and the Center for Railways Information Systems (CRIS) this week signed a memorandum of understanding to collaborate on the development and deployment of multilingual artificial intelligence solution across key public facing railway platforms. The memorandum of understanding was formally signed by CEO of Bhashini Amitabh Nag and Managing Director of CRIS GVL Satyakumar in New Delhi. The strategic partnership aims to integrate Bhashini's state of the art language technology stack, comprising automatic speak recognition, text to text translation, text to speech, and optical character recognition into CRIS managed systems such as the National Train Enquiry System and Rail Madad. This will enable citizens to access critical railway services at 22 Indian languages. The partnership will also focus on co developing chatbots and voice assistants for multilingual passenger support, developing multilingual over the counter interfaces for railway inquiry setups, scaling Bhashini powered services through cloud or on premise infrastructure, deploying these capabilities across websites, mobile apps, kiosks, and call centers, and enabling real time speech based interaction in multiple Indian languages. Defense Research and Development Organization's Vehicle Research and Development Establishment VRDE in Nagar, Maharashtra has transferred technology of 9 defense systems to 10 Indian industries. The system include the chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, CBRN Recce vehicle, mounted gun systems, anti-terrorist vehicles and Vajra riot control vehicle amongst the others. The transfer of technology ceremony was attended by DRDO Chairman Dr. Samir V. Kamath. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Kamath complimented DRDO and the industry for the exceptional performance of indigenous systems during Operation Sindoor. VRDE also signed a memorandum of understanding with Cope Technology University, Pune, to collaborate on emerging technologies. The Israeli Navy conducted its first direct naval attack on the Yemeni port of Hodeida, targeting docks that are crucial entry point for humanitarian aid into the war-torn country. The Israeli military confirmed its Navy missile ships carried out the strikes, ascertaining that the port will be utilized by Houthi rebels to transfer weapons. The attack, which the Houthis acknowledged via their Al Marisa satellite news channel, reportedly struck two piers. While Houthis confirmed the targeting of the docks, neither they nor the Israeli military reported any casualties. The action represents a significant escalation, marking the first time Israeli naval forces have directly engaged Houthi controlled targets in Yemen during the ongoing conflict. Prior to the strikes, the Israeli military had issued online warnings late on Monday for Yemenis to evacuate the ports of Hodeidah, Ras Isa, and Al Saif. The attack followed what was reported as a failed missile launch from Yemen towards Israel a day earlier. Houthi forces have repeatedly launched drones and missiles at Israel in gesture of solidarity with Hamas during the war in the Gaza Strip. Following the naval strikes, Israeli Defense Minister issued a warning stating that naval and aerial actions would continue if threats from the rebel persist and threatening a potential aerial and a naval blockade. The Israeli military reiterated its claim that the seaports are used by Houthis for military purposes. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has expressed India's support to an ambitious and balanced India-European Union free trade agreement by end of this year. During a joint press conference with the European Union High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Mr. Kaja Kallas, Jaishankar called India and European Union two important forces of the emerging reality and stressed the powerful case for forging deeper ties. The minister said it is apparent that world order is in midst of a profound change and these trends have intensified in many ways. He added that the world has without doubt entered an era of multipolarity and strategic autonomy. Earlier, both the leaders held very open and productive talks in Brussels covering areas of defense and security, maritime security, cyber, and space. Mr. Jaishankar said he has exchanged views on the global order with the European Union High Representative and discussed the situation in Europe, including Ukraine conflict, West Asia, the Indian subcontinent, and the Indo Pacific region. During the discussion, the issue of counterterrorism also dominated this agenda, with Kallas dubbing nuclear threats as an area of mutual concern for India and the European Union. During his week long tour of Europe, Jaishankar will also hold talks with the leader of France to boost bilateral ties and reaffirm India's policy of zero tolerance against terrorism. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said that the government has set a target of 3 lakh crore rupees for defense production by 2029. Addressing an event on the topic National Security and Terrorism organized in Dehradun, Uttarakhand, Mr. Rajnath Singh added that the country's exports in the sector will reach 50,000 crores by that time. The defense minister underlined that the annual defense production, which was around 40,000 crore rupees in 2014, has crossed the record figure of 1.30 lakh crore rupees this week. He further added that the government has set a target of 1.75 lakh crore defense production by this year. The minister said the defense exports have skyrocketed to 23,622 crore rupees in financial year 2024-25 and made in India defense products are being exported to nearly 100 countries. Highlighting the strategy adopted by the government to deal with terrorism and strengthening national security, Mr. Singh said the defense sector has emerged as one of the strongest pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and the weapons and platform used during Operation Sindoor were also made in India. He also said today India is not only protecting its border but also creating a system which is making us strategically, economically, and technically strong. India and China have agreed to expedite various measures to improve bilateral relations, including resuming direct air services between the two countries. This agreement was reached during meeting between Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri and Chinese Vice Foreign Minister Sun Wendong. China's foreign minister is on a 2-day visit to India. The foreign secretary expressed hope for the early conclusion of an updated air service agreement. The two sides further agreed to take practical steps for visa facilitation and exchange between media and think tanks. Mr. Misri appreciated the Chinese side's cooperation for resumption of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra this year. He noted the discussion held in April this year in the meeting of expert level mechanism for cooperation in transborder rivers for the resumption of the provision of hydrological data and other cooperation. and hoped for progress on this. During their meeting, Mr. Misri, Mr. Weidong positively assessed the activities planned under the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and China and agreed to facilitate the same. They also agreed to hold certain functional dialogues, including the economic and trade areas, to discuss and resolve specific issues of concern. The Ministry of Ayush will host Yoga Connect, a hybrid global summit on yoga for One Earth, One Health in New Delhi on 14th. The summit is being organized as a key lead up to the 11th International Yoga Day. The event will bring together over 1,000 participants along with virtual attendees from international yoga institutions and wellness communities around the world. Experts from more than 4 countries, including Bahrain, the United States, the United Kingdom, and South Korea, will join the summit. The Yoga Prabhav report, impact study of International Day of Yoga over the decade, will be released during the summit. 3 significant knowledge products, including Decadal Impact of Yoga ebook and a report on scientific analysis of yoga research, will be unveiled. The summit will feature various thematic sessions covering topics such as yoga for preventive and non communicable diseases, studies on the common yoga protocol and impact assessment of International Yoga Day, and Yoga Tech, where innovators' presentation and vision of yoga for all. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held talks with the French Foreign Minister Jean Noel Barrot in Marseille today. In the talks, Dr. Jaishankar welcomed France's strong condemnation of terrorism and India's right to defend itself. Both ministers held productive discussions on bilateral cooperation, including in trade, defense, clean energy, IMEC, culture, and people to people ties. In a social media post, Dr. Jaishankar said they explored new opportunities in technology, AI, cyber, and space dominations ahead of India France Year of Innovation 2026. He said the many convergence between India and France showcase the trust and strength of the enduring strategic partnership. The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare this week organized the National Conference on AgriStack, turning data into delivery in New Delhi. The conference served as a strategic platform for senior officials from the center and state's key stakeholders to deliberate on the progress, challenges, and future roadmaps for the implementation of AgriStack under the Digital Agricultural Mission (DAM). In the conference, Secretary in Agriculture Ministry Devesh Chaturvedi reiterated the government's commitment to leverage technology for transparent, farmer centric governance. He highlighted the urgent need for states to dynamically link their farmers' registries with updated record of rights and actively utilize the digital data set for schemes, deliveries, and personal agricultural services. The death toll in the devastating airplane crash in Ahmedabad has reached to 254. The flight had a total of 242 people on board, with 169 Indian nationals, 53 British nationals, 7 Portuguese nationals, and 1 Canadian national, along with 12 crew members. Only one person, a British national of Indian origin, survived. An investigation is in progress to determine the exact cause of the crash. A team from the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau AAIB has recovered the aircraft black box, also known as the flight data recorder, from the crash site. Forensics experts have also begun detailed examinations. Authority states that the cause of the accident will be confirmed following a comprehensive forensic and technical analysis. In a strong show of solidarity, people are also turning out in large numbers to donate blood, offering help in any way they can.
Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.